and have too many available peeps and such. But I can't do too much now. And neither can he, so I'll just jump out. I'll still be able to do something in here, even if he goes there. And if he goes there, that's fine. I'll just play over here. Or I can do something over here. He's still worried about that side. Okay, so I'm still going to do nothing. And I'm not going to make a weak group. Okay, so this is where sometimes I will get too greedy and will want to automatically go in here. Do not do that. Do not do that. Do not want to be greedy. Just go ahead and make sure that your one group that seems the weakest is going to stay okay. So I'm going to go ahead and do... Well, if I do that, then I get rid of the potential of doing something in here. However, he would be smaller, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And it's not like I'm going to be ruining anything if he does a Hane. It's fine. And I'll go ahead and do this. So, and this stone does help potentially with stuff over there. Okay, so I could just let him take the corner and I take bigger because this whole area looks so beneficial for me. Especially if I go here, oh my gosh. I'll have so much open space in the center for territory. But for now, it may be best to just play here. Because this is the most open side of the board. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So if he takes the corner, you can take the corner. That's fine. There we go. Okay, so he goes ahead and plays there. What if I play here? Because what he's probably thinking now is that he can build up this. If I play here, then I can... even if I do a Hane, he can just Hane back. So it's not really much of a threat in my perspective. Or he can just simply Hane it back, and, well, if I do this, that stone is going to be disconnected. Which is good for me. Okay, so he does extend out. So now I can easily start to surround that stone. Because that was really... it's not connected anywhere right now. And all I can get from it is more potential. If he wants to build up here, that's fine. Because honestly, I'm just going to get a wall. If he does. That's fine. Mm-hmm. I'll go ahead and play here. Because now his only territory is on this side. I still have a possibility of reducing in here. I still have this open spot for weakness for him. And I have all this potential right here. Okay, if I go here, I shouldn't have any problems. I mean, I can give him some of these stones. I'm fine with that. Yes, I need to extend again. I'm not going to respond to that again. I can easily just honey. Okay, that's fair. Okay. Okay. And this is okay. I'm gonna get play down moves. Because that's what I do best. Okay, and then I'm gonna leave that be and go ahead and play here. Do I want to go here? Do I want to go there? I should be okay here. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. However, now I'm just reducing all bit of territory that he had over here. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. This is such a weird game. Okay, now I'm just going to come over here. I'm going to protect my corner as well as possibly build up here. Because this is nice and big for me now. Good for you. You got a stone. Actually, you don't. You don't got a stone. Unless you want that stone. Okay, you can cut me off. I'll just live down here. That's fine. No biggie. Hmm. Yeah, with this I'm fine. With this, I'm alive. Alive. And I can push through. Now, if I get this invasion, I should win. Okay, so he does go ahead and do something about that. I will go ahead and do this. Yeah, sure, go ahead. But you're still in trouble. You want to play like that? Okay. I'll just kill off these stones. Well, I'll just capture these stones then. And I'll threaten those stones. Okay. Whatever you want to do. One stone versus all these. Sure, I could have probably done something in there, but I don't know. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and do this right now. See what you do. Do you fight? What do you do? Yikes. Well, I'm not gonna have survived this. But that's fine. That's fine. I'll just play here. Because he's got very little points, really. So I've got this, I've got this. He's got that. I can still save the stone. He's worried about a single stone. Why do people worry about a single stone? It's interesting. Very interesting. This does threaten a bunch here. Really now? You're gonna sacrifice this? Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay, so now I just need to reduce this. I need to reduce the top. What do you do, Peep? Okay, okay, so he's, okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 20, maybe 24 over here. Okay. That's fair. Okay, yeah, he probably did capture me. Most likely did. Mm-hmm. How did I know he was going to do something like that? Although I guess I should have gone there instead. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, so I'll reduce this. Oh, okay. Thanks for the game. Yeah, I was definitely not that behind for sure. Okay, so for sure made some dumb moves. I think the top was okay. I legitimately think that the top was okay. Where I went wrong was letting him build this. This was the mistake that I made. I let him build that up. And then I also should have kept going with this. Because there's nothing he could have done to live. I totally should have just done this. Definitely should have just, excuse me, should have just done this. Because I should definitely have been able to capture that. I should have thought more on that instead of thinking like I did. So that was my bad. I got too excited about this, and I should have just killed him off. But instead, I did something that wasn't as simple and lost. I feel like there's something I did wrong here, but I don't know exactly what that is. And here I could have just jumped out again. So I could have killed that group. And that was a dumb move. I should have probably done something like this. And then possibly I'd be ahead. Whoa, not that. What am I doing? This, I should have been fine this way. Definitely. What does Square Estimator say? That the side is still dead. It's not dead. There, now what do you say? It says that white is ahead. See? I should have been well ahead if I had not played greedily. So I guess it just once again comes down to greed. The first greed being over here. Playing the net on these 3 stones instead of capturing those things. I mean, it was a duh thing. And this just goes to show that everyone's going to miss a duh thing, and it's okay. I mean, I realized that I made such a dumb mistake, and I'm going to make sure I don't do that again. Although I'm going to keep this video short. Yeah, I'm going to keep this video short because I'm trying to keep my videos shorter. I'm trying to keep them to 40 minutes or less. Or at least if I'm going really fast and going over a lot of things, then yes, going a little over is okay. Because I don't want too many big things. But I guess all of my videos just come down to not being greedy, because this is being greedy. Or at least this is, because the blocking I would say is okay. And then maybe this to do some threats and peeping. Yeah, definitely something like this instead of what I did. Because I played too greedily. So yeah, if anything, I would say that those 2 things are the biggest things. Do not play greedily with this stone up here, and if you can kill it, kill it. Like what I did here. I said I could have killed it, but for some reason I just went on ahead and got too excited about getting those 3 stones as a threat, when I could have just killed off those stones and be well ahead. Because if I had done this, then, and stayed simple and not greedy with the top, I would have been ahead by 12-ish points, plus whatever happens in endgame. But if I did what I mentioned with the B area, killing off that whole thing, I'd be so ahead. So even if it's the smallest, most obvious thing, don't worry about it. Don't make that ruin your mood, is what I want to say. And if you noticed, I still only went over the big things because the big things are what are important after being emotionally down. And yeah, so that's what I have to say about that. And so one more note before I stop this recording. is that as I got up in the ranks, I want to say about 3Q, 4Q, is when I really started to think, ooh, I can think like a one Dawn. I can be like, ooh, I can I can be tricky with this. I can say I can threaten this and he'll follow it and I'll be able to do this and that. But because I did that, I missed the biggest, most obvious things that would have led me to victory of the game. Um, and like I've always been told, if you just play simply, if you play simple according to yourself, you will surely win. Um, and just like the two things that I mentioned over here, with those three stones versus that, and then the greed on the top. So that's what I have for this video. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned something from this, and I hope to see you next time. Later. Back to First Steps into Dawnhood. My name is Austin, and I will be doing a few games again. And just a recap with the last video. The same thing happened today where I got all emotional and had some problems, but a lot of things helped me to improve since a few hours back. And now this is going to be kind of like a result video of the previous one, but at the same time, if you didn't watch the last one because of how boring it was or how much you didn't like it, then that's okay. It'll seem like, other than this comment that I just made, it'll seem like an ordinary First Steps into Dawnhood video. Alright, let's go ahead and make sure that it's CS and other two cues. Human, ranked okay, medium and fast, okay. Oh, there we go. Right near the end. Hello, onegashimasu. Have fun. Because what is a game of Go without fun? Alright, and when the song ends, I'm gonna stop it for commentary purposes. Alright. Okay, so we're gonna be going with Hello Chinese. So he's thinking influential, that's what he wants. And thinking on my previous games, I would always do an approach over here. And every time I do that, sometimes they will pincer or they will extend out, extend up. And usually when they pincer it, things happen. Or even when they extend out and I do this, they end up doing something to it. So I need to be cautious about this stone. I don't want it to easily be surrounded. And if he just jumps out, then I should be fine. Okay. And I'm going to keep a wave-like formation. I don't want too many high stones. I'll just back off. Okay. Alright, so this side has more high stones. Okay, so this side is bigger, but this side is high stones. So if I were to go here, he could kick and I extend. If I do that, he can make a jump and protect this area. If I come over here, he can do that, and I can either take the corner and he protects that whole thing or gives me the corner and the side, but he'll likely go for the blocking so he can have this area, so I should just jump out if he does that. If he goes ahead and does the attachment, I'd be able to do some. Okay, I like this better. There's more possibilities. And it leaves this side open. Okay, so he does a kick instead that way. So that means that I'll be able to have the corner open, and because I have the corner open, I'll be able to reduce things later on, especially if he goes to a lower stone. He should do a higher stone because of this stone. So he's going to be able to do that. And if he does that, I'll still be able to do something in the corner. So I should go ahead and normally do something like this. But he does go, okay, I guess more room for the corner. That's fine. I don't want to do that because it's almost like an attachment. It'd be better if I were to just do a simple attachment instead of doing that, but I don't want to do that because it doesn't really do anything for me that would be helpful, and I don't want to be surrounded, and I don't want him to build up in this area, so I'm just going to go ahead and do a jump. Wow, I've already used so much time. Maybe it's because I'm talking so much. Okay, that's a very slow move. I don't like it. As black, I would hate to play something like that, because now I am free to do whatever still. And if I play up here, then it's going to be much harder for him to surround me. Same for if I play up here. And if I play up here, I'll be able to still be able to do something over there, as well as possibly splitting these two stones and gaining something out of it. What do I want to do? I don't want to spread myself too much like this, because it's almost like one of the Joseki of influence that you want to jump out and also go to the side so you don't